What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. I'm just out here in my, well, this ain't really my shop. It's next door. I got a shelter that I keep my equipment trailer under. You can see it's all behind me here. Got my bass boat over here, which has got junk on it. It serves as a work table for me part of the time, it seems. But anyway, in my last video, I showed you a new piece of equipment that I bought, and I'm going to take just a few minutes to talk about that, and also take a look at my racks on my trailer. Be moving some stuff around today, and get my new equipment on here. So, check back with you here in just a second. Before I show you that, I want to show you something else. Now, you can ignore my junky toolbox that I got. This toolbox is on the front of my utility trailer. And my intent on putting this on here, y'all know I got the 2008 Nissan Frontier, but I've also got the 1995 F-150 that's sitting right there. And one of the things that I wanted to be able to do is hook up to any truck, any vehicle, and go out and service a property and have everything on the trailer. Instead of, at one time I had a small trailer and I was putting stuff in the back of the truck and all that kind of stuff. So, but this is what I want to show you. I put a little box in here, and I honestly don't know what this 3/8 socket's for. I'm sure I put it in there for a reason. But all of these little Allen tools that I get, well, these aren't, these are stars. I think both of these are Equipment Defender racks. All three of these, actually, I believe, are Equipment Defender. And I'm pretty sure this Allen screw come with the Equipment Defender as well, to adjust and to put the handles and stuff on the stick equipment. So, anyway, I'm just showing you this. I put this here, any kind of stuff I get that's got like a little specialized tool with it, small like this, I just dump it in this little tray, because anytime I'm here wanting to work on something on the trailer, I know that I can go right here, and I've got what I need to be able to do that. So anyway, I just want to show you that real quick. So, this is what's going on the trailer today. Let you get a good look at it. I know the lighting under here with the sun is probably aggravating, but it is a brand new Echo SRM 2620. And what that's going to be replacing is this Husqvarna. I got a speed feed on the Husqvarna. A few videos back I put that on. Or I think, no, I think I swapped the one on the, but anyway, I put this on not long ago. This is a Husqvarna 128 LD. This is the string trimmer that I started the business with. I bought it because of this. On this piece of equipment, I ran the string trimmer, the edger, which you can see here, as well as the hedge trimmers that I did a review on a while back. Right now, this edger is on a little pretty cheap Ryobi that I bought. I mean, this thing has actually it's done a pretty good job. I mean, but I'm getting ready to take it off. On my top rack up here, I've already got, that I bought last year, SRM 2620, another Echo. Now, obviously it doesn't look quite as clean. There's my GoPro, that's how I cracked my screen. Still waiting on a new screen to come in, by the way. It's been ordered for a month. But, yeah, this one has been used. We actually went this morning, me and a guy from the church. Hold on, let me flip this around. A guy in the church this morning come up to me. One of our guys that, does a lot of work around, helps a lot of people out, and asked me, he said, hey man, I'm going to go cut, well, I'm not going to say his name, but this individual in the community, his father passed away, and he's been out of town. There was another guy in the community here who's been feeding his dog. He's got some hunting dogs, and we actually thought everybody was gone. And anyway, he wanted to go cut the grass, so I told him, I said, well, I'll help you, and let's go eat lunch. And we did all that kind of stuff. I said, I'll just bring my trailer down there, because he lives down the road from him. He was going to ride his Hustler over there. He's got a Raptor SD 60-inch. I said, man, I'll just bring mine. I got everything we need on it. So we went over there and we took care of that lawn. And I don't know, it's probably about an acre or so. But anyway, about an hour or so later, I didn't see the call, but I got a voicemail. The guy calls me and says he wants to know what he owes. He said, if it was you, I think it was you. My wife was there. She said she saw somebody out in the yard. You know, I guess she was still in her pajamas or whatever. She didn't want to come outside. And plus, she didn't know exactly who it was, I guess. But they kind of figured it might be me. And I wanted to know what he owed me. And, you know, a couple of things about that. I called him back. He's still out of state. He's still with his mother. Like I said, his father passed away this past week. And first of all, I can't charge you for something you didn't ask me to do. I told my wife, I said, I guess I could just ride around, you know, just joking. I said, I guess I could just ride around the community and find overgrown properties and cut them and send people a bill. Well, we all know how that'd work out. Nobody's going to pay for something they didn't ask for. And I would never expect somebody to do that. But anyway, we were just doing it. To help out. Like I've said before in my videos, you know, we like to give back and we like to help people that need help. I don't know how much of my story I've shared, but I actually bought my Raptor SD. There was a part of me when I bought it said I want to get a few yards to cut just because I enjoy doing it. But the first thing that I used it for is I had about 2 people in the community that had broken lawnmowers, and I took the SD down and I would cut their yard for them while they weren't home. And I became known as the grass fairy. and it didn't take long. I mean, you know, we're in a small knit community, so somebody would ride by and somebody like, hey, I seen Brother Gerald at your house cutting grass the other day or whatever, you know. And what happened from that, you know, and I had people try to pay me because I'd went and cut their lawn, and that was always my response is, listen, you can't, you know, you don't pay for something that you didn't ask to be done. So anyway, there's that. But that's just kind of how it got started in a way. And then people started calling and saying, hey, can you cut my lawn? And, you know, this, that, and the other. And the Lord's really blessed it. But I like to take the opportunity to give back and to help people when we can. And anyway, part of getting the SD is I just wanted my own mower. And the other thing is the church has a 60-inch Hustler, but the trailer that we have is a little 6x12 enclosed, and it was so aggravating to load it in there. You'd have to move the cables out of the way on the ramp to get it in there, and it was just so aggravating to haul. And I had a trailer I could haul a 54 on, so I just bought it. But anyway, that's just a neat little story to put in the middle of this. But what I'm doing here, let's get back to what I got on here for. Like I said, I'm going to take the Ryobi off. It's going to stay here at the house probably. I'm going to put the edger back on the Husqvarna 128 LD. And I'm going to take the mounts, will it be the mount off the stringer part of the Husqvarna and off of the power head part of the Ryobi. And I'm going to put them on the new 2620 and put it on the trailer. Let me talk about the 2620 for just a minute. I know they have a 2620T. Which is a torque version, which is, I think, a 2-to-1 reduction. And, man, I can only imagine what kind of beast that is. Just the regular 2620, I mean, is a beast. Especially, I mean, even doing cleanups. And, of course, my dealer's got one of the new, a 3020 that Echo's come out with. And, I mean, I'd like to use one of them just to use it, but I don't see buying one. Maybe if you're Brad with Copper Creek and all you did was a bunch of overgrown properties and a kind of a specialty thing, that might be something you'd want trimming for hours on end. But the 2620 has served me well. I bought this about a year ago, the middle of the summer last year. It's been with me that long. It has not even been back to the shop. I mean, I'm sure it probably needs a air filter and an oil change, not an oil change, yeah. I change oil every time I put fuel in it, right? But air filter and maybe a plug. And I will drop them off at the end of the season. And now that I got 2 of them, I may drop it off and get it looked at, But anyway, I'm going to get it put on here. In case you didn't catch it, I do use Equipment Defender racks. I got a 3-position. And honestly, I got a 3-position because of the height here. You can see where it's at. I'm about 5'10", 5'9.5", 5'10". I really wish I'd have got to 4, but you know, it would have been up here, which I could have put something up here that I don't normally use, I guess. But I really couldn't put these down any lower on my trailer. Not mounting it on the inside, and I didn't really want it on the outside the way my trailer's made and all. So, but I love the Equipment Defender racks. Of course, I have the one here for the blower, and you know, it works really good for me. And my intent was to leave enough room between the blower and the water cooler so that I can put another Equipment Defender backpack rack right here in this area, and another probably PB770T in the future. You know, 2 blowers just work so much better than 1 when you're doing a cleanup, and we have gotten into doing some of that kind of stuff. And as fall comes around and leaves come around, I do have a couple of customers pretty particular. You know, people that would be willing to pay for a cleanup and get leaves off their yard, and you'd really only have to do a couple of cleanups for the blower to pay for itself. And so I'm thinking about perhaps getting one. I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm thinking through it. I know a lot of people getting an 80-10. We don't have excessive thick leaves here unless somebody just neglects a property for 2 or 3 years. I have done some cleanups like that, and the 80-10 would have probably been ideal. But for what I've been doing, that 770T has done a good job, and I think I'm probably just gonna stick with that and maybe pick up another. And I mean, I don't know. I may not do it. I may end up having to get another handheld. Now, I do love my handheld. I got a little small Husqvarna handheld. I think it's a 125 or something like that. But I've been having trouble with that thing, so I don't know what I'm going to end up doing there. But that's really nice, because a lot of properties I service, they don't have any driveways, any sidewalks, anything like that. And I'm just blowing off front and back porch. You know, and that is part of my service. I don't just blow my grass off. I blow it off, you know, and it's just so much easier to grab it, run, blow it off than it is to unlock this, take it out the rack and all that. I did get on the Equipment Defender rack. I do have the combination, so that works out good. Now, I have the key on this one, but I bought a lock to go on it, and I guess you can switch it out. I don't know. I just paid the extra $20, ordered one when I ordered these racks, and I'm hoping you can swap it. If you can't, ain't no big deal. Anyway, I'm going to get this changed over, and then I'll give you a look at it. Alright, I got my rack switched over. It's obvious that I need Sean from Minnesota Lawn and Landscape. I should have won that super cleaner, whatever it is that he was giving away. But I'm going to spray this down with a hose, and then I'm going to shoot some mean green on it, and I'm going to let it set a little bit, and I'm going to spray it off, see how well that works. You can see a little bit of the original color where I moved that bracket, but all I'm going to do is just take this. This is mean green. This is what I use. Super clean may be better. This is a degreaser as well. Now this thing has not been cleaned, and I'm going to try it first without scrubbing or anything. Just see what it does. I hate to admit this, but this has not been cleaned. When I said I had it a year, it's been cleaned a couple of times, but it has not been cleaned in months. So, look at that. That's what it's supposed to look like, but I'm not going to scrub the rest of it. I'm going to put this on here and soak it down good. While I'm letting that soak down, I'll show you. Man, I got a mess with all this pine straw. I need to find somebody who wants a straw job. I got quite a bit left. I put the new 2620 on top. I put the 128 LD Husqvarna in the middle with the edging attachment on it. And I'll also switch this out to my hedge trimmer, my brush cutter. You know, I won't use it for a string trimmer. I do still obviously have that attachment right there, but not with these two. I wouldn't need that. One issue I run into, I'd actually put my 2 trimmers together. Wish I had my GoPro because you can get a wider angle. But the way this hangs over, you see my toolbox. My toolbox is it's touching almost on both sides, so I can't move it and it even hits the trimmer head on my 2620. So, you know, it just won't lift all the way up unless I take the trimmer out. So, anyway, I got that to deal with, and then putting 2620 down here, it practically touches the cooler. I won't be able to fuel it up with it mounted, but that's okay because, again, I set this cooler where I set it because I wanted to have room for another Equipment Defender rack and another PB770T to go here perhaps. Now, I mean, I know I got the other side I could use, but I got some plans for the other side as well. I think I'm going to get me a couple of boxes because one of the things I have that I don't necessarily like is I got my Echo HC 155 trimmers in this toolbox, and I think I'm going to put them in a secure box over on this side, perhaps along with my chainsaw. But anyway, I'm gonna take the water hose and spray this and just see what it does. All right, look at that right there. Look how shiny. Mean Green Super Strength. All right, that did not do that. Okay, I sprayed that down, let it set for about 5 minutes. Come back and spray it with a hose. It looked just like it did when I started. All right, now I'm not knocking on this cleaner. I don't think any cleaner, unless it was like acid, would have took off 6 months worth of dirt and grime that gets wet, put on a trimmer rack, and then the sun bakes it on. Okay, so now I'm not pushing a product. I'm not going to say that product did that, but also I don't think that product or any product was necessarily designed to take care of what I just did there. So anyway, just a good honest review. I didn't think it would clean it off, but I said, you know, I'm going to put it on there and just see what happens. And it worked out just like I thought. I ended up with a 5-gallon bucket from over there, and I need a brush. I don't have a brush out here. I ended up using a sponge. So, and anyway, I got it cleaned down looking pretty good. Let me get it mounted in the rack and I'll show you all of it. All right, here we go. New 2620, old 2620, Husqvarna 128 LD with the trimmer edger attachment. And you can see what I was talking about here. I mean, I got room, but normally we'll fill these up, you know. I don't have sure cans, we just have a small can we pour in, and a lot of times we'll just fill them up with them in the rack. So, but that's no problem. Set them down, fill them up. Because again, I'm trying to maintain this distance here to hopefully expand. So, I got it in, and looks good. I'm satisfied. I will show you here real quick, just so you get an idea. See where this trimmer head is, this box. Open that up for you. And it hits, okay? Now, I mean, it's not going to tear anything up, but it does put that in a bind because it knocks it over, because it actually hits right there, you know. But the toolbox was free. It fit the trailer, you know, and I didn't want to move my racks any further back. So, you know, that's just what I get into. You have to make decisions and go with whatever works out best for you. And right now, I think this is going to work out best for me. All right. I already broke a sweat out here, 90-something degrees, probably 6 o'clock Sunday afternoon. But anyway, I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Just a bunch of rambling on, getting set up to go do some cutting tomorrow. I am on vacation this week, vacation from the church. And now this video won't actually go up until, well, I'll probably put it up in the morning. Yeah, it'll probably go up in the morning. So I'm on vacation this week. Probably get one of the young men to go help me in the morning. I got somebody that I committed to cut their property before I decided to take this week off. And I'm spending some time with my wife. She's a school teacher. Hopefully they're going back to school. All of that's still kind of sketchy, but I just want to spend some time with her. We hadn't took a vacation just because of the craziness this summer, and we may just do some day trips or something. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut that yard I committed to do, and I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of more small ones. Probably get up early in the morning, go ahead and jump on those. And then I won't be back in action until Friday. I'm going to stack everything else on Friday. So I'm pulling some back to Monday, pushing some back to Friday. Basically, Wednesday or before goes on Monday. Thursday and Friday goes on Friday this week. So that's the plan. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see, look at that shot in the background back there, the Eau Quinn Baptist Church, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings